Jesus,
Coming a little close.
Fuck.
Coming a little close. Coming awfully close.
Alright, we got it. We got it. Landed. Landed. Brilliant landing on my part, I think. Yep.
Landed on your neck, maybe. Because I landed on mine.
The date was November 27th, 2018. The location was far to the north, a hitherto undeveloped stretch of land known only to those with access to the proper channels amongst the resistance as Boreas. Various sightings of creatures had been reported in tandem with the construction of the rebel base, but this was not our mission. No, we were tasked with investigating something far more insidious and omnipresent. Its influence upon both the map itself and the mood of the facility's populace could not be denied, though many did try. What we were sent to investigate was the Mountain Man. Attending us on this brief and chaotic journey will be Nico Dom, a local bartender at the Boreas, whose second-hand information will be invaluable for piecing together the story of the Mountain Man.
Alright, my name's Nico Dom. I run this little bar here in the Polar Base research facility we got. Just a bartender.
And where were you when you first heard of the Mountain Man?
Well, actually, I first heard of him from the pilot of my plane as we were touching down my first time coming in here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he told me not to go near him.
And did he say why not to go near him?
He didn't say why, he just, the tone of his voice was, seemed like he really didn't like him.
The Mountain Man was just the alias. Neither myself nor my colleagues ever managed to get his full Christian name. He was an enigma out of time, totally enthralled in a solo venture he dubbed ominously as the Checkpoint. The purpose of this checkpoint, like his name, entirely eluded us. Theories abound. Given the circuitous nature of the trail upon which the checkpoint rests, it did not take long for whispers of occult activity to become the loudest amongst them. In light of the final broadcast, while we cannot say for certain, this does seem to be the most likely reason. The approaches I made, at first, towards the Mountain Man proved easygoing. An amicable fellow at heart, he soon found an unwarranted amount of attention and derision, as denizens and visitors to the base harassed him, out of an equal parts measure of curiosity and vitriol. His presence was unwarranted, and largely unwanted, by those that dwelt within this strange land.
And so what was your opinion on the Mountain Man then?
Well, obviously I was curious as to why he didn't want me to go near the Mountain Man.
And did you ever approach him? The Mountain Man, that is.
I approached Mountain Man once and I would never do it again.
Interesting.
Personally, I found him to be quite willing to cooperate. At first. In fact, I made my way through the checkpoint numerous times. Wire had allowed him to construct a fairly practical and sturdy gate, upon which he would wait and raise it for those willing to ask permission for the aforementioned passage. Though he lacked the legal authority to make such demands, trespass of the checkpoint was punishable by a swift and untimely death, carried out at the hands of the Mountain Man himself, of course.
And what was your opinion of the Mountain Man after this brief exchange?
Well, horrible actually. I do not like that fucking delirious asshole. That's what he is.
Did he do anything to sort of provoke this response from you? What did he do when you approached the checkpoint?
Well, I took one of the base jeeps up there. I was driving up there and was trying to get through. And I politely asked him to let me through. Then he pointed a gun at me. So I sped off.
Interesting. Interesting.
Delusional as he was, my investigations soon attracted ire. It seemed to me he was as obsessed with guarding the checkpoint's secrets as he was in preventing unrequested passage. I found myself interred at the local hospital numerous times at his hands. This in response to pictures, of all things. He may well have been right to respond as such, however, as it was this frequently injurious intel upon which his end was spelt. Well and truly sick of the nuisance he had become, the Boreas base readied an execution as swift and total as the ones he grew infamous for. With wildfire at the ready, the time had come to pay the Mountain Man one final visit.
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry.
You ain't got the damn guts. Oh, time to pray to rock.
Oh, holy shit! Fuck!
Gee, how did you spawn?
Oh my god! Fuck!
The checkpoint.
It's
gone.
Truly, a tragedy, without equal on this specific year, on this specific day, on this specific hour, at this very minute of this explosion that killed them all.
When running through what went on that day, do you think there's anything you could have done or would have done to save the Mountain Man from his fate?
Nope.
Reflecting upon the final transmissions from the site, that the Mountain Man was engaging in a sort of ritualistic worship cannot truly be questioned. And it becomes clear that the last thing going through his mind was the glowing shrine he erected within the strange temple masquerading as a checkpoint. Literally, of course. The shrine went through his fucking head. With the Mountain Man long gone, and definitely not accompanying us on the footage overlooking the wreckage that was wrought, it was time for me to leave Boreas. I did, of course, have one question left to ask.
One last question, though. Are you serving illegal substances at your bar?
No. Not at all. Nope, nothing. Negative. Not at all.
Interesting.